Sigh. Alright, I think we're back online now. Unfortunately, the rest of the stream is going to be an audio drama because the webcam died. Oh my god. Alright, pro tip to anyone listening, don't buy a Logitech StreamCam. They are not very good. And by not very good, I mean they will break USB 3 on at least this particular cursed combination of hardware that I have. So, yeah. Just going to double check that we're back on the air. We're back on the air. Cool. Okay, where were we before we got rudely interrupted? Let's go. ScummVM. Oh, for real? Okay. NVIM, engines, director, the transitions one. We were so close. We were so close to, I don't know, something. Not here. It was down. Oh, we didn't even need that. We just needed score.cpp. This guy right here. All right, so GDB, args, ScummVM, level 5, debug. Oh, we don't need debug flags. We'll just go director. I'm going to break at score.cpp 527. Nope, we are not going to break there because that's the wrong spot. We're actually going to break at 533 and 534. I'm running in the wrong spot. I'm running in the wrong spot. I'm running this in the wrong spot. Oh, and I didn't even put in a... Yeah, okay. Director. And I should put in those breakpoints. Which were... here and here. Okay, moment of truth. Is it going to make a difference? Place your bets. 1, 2, 3, go. It did make a difference. Okay, that's annoying. I thought that would have been it because okay, yeah, all right, that makes an X step size and a Y step size, but so that would have changed the number of steps, but it wouldn't have changed the step size, to my knowledge. So I'll put in another one at have another go. Yep, that's a bit. So what has changed? The step size has, the step size has gone up. It's doubled, which is nice. Number of steps have halved, also nice. So why doesn't it feel any quicker? Why does it feel the same? So what I noticed there was that it was quicker, but it was still... what do you call it? Maybe quicker isn't the right term. It was definitely more stepped than it was before. We'll start it again. If it was playing smoothly, it would have been quicker, but it's not playing smoothly, it's playing slowly, which is not ideal. So play... Yeah, it might be difficult to kind of see on the stream side, but you can almost see each frame being drawn in, which makes sense if it is getting rendered to the screen at a much slower rate than it should be. Okay, I'm convinced that this is probably a good change to keep hanging around. There's probably another reason why the actual redraw is waiting. Is it because the step duration has gone up? Did I even look at the step duration? Come on. I want to see step duration. Step duration is 0. I mean, I agree with that. It should be 0. It should be nothing. Maybe G director drawers. Maybe it is that VSync thing. But if it is, how come? It just occurred to me that there is a chat that I have been completely ignoring. I am so sorry, everybody. Hello to everyone who came before kind of the stream blew up like a while ago. Yes. Hi, Shabble Gubble. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, the game. Yeah, basically, ScummVM can play director files to an extent, just not very well. So what we're kind of doing here is we're just kind of honing in on one particular thing that is wrong with it, and that is that I guess the kind of zoomy transitions between frames just seem to be taking forever. So trying to figure out exactly what is going on there. Oh, hey, Mad Moose. I remember you from the Discord for ScummVM. Okay. All right, so suppose... I don't know, any way you slice it, we've cut down the number of steps. There used to be 60, there is now 30. So why is it still taking exactly 2.8 seconds? And the duration's halved, and the step size has gone up, and yet we are still waiting, which implies to me that maybe in draw, Is there a wait and draw? Oh, it's going to be in director.cpp, I think. Or window. Window's my second guess. No, it's not in either of those. All right, I give up. Where's draw? Draw is in... Of course it's in graphics.cpp. It's the word draw. Why did I not look in here? Yeah, so renders the thing. Then it calls update screen. I think update screen. Really? Oh, because update screen is a ScummVM construct. I see how it is. Yes, Sharble Gobble, I think you're right. Yeah, it should be... It's either not drawing the frames like quickly enough, like it should be like silken, you know, it should be like really smooth and take about half a second, and it's taking longer than that. As for why, that is a mystery, at least for now. Let me just quickly fire DOSBox back up after the previous outage kind of killed it. We would be in... Okay. All right. No total distortion today. Maybe another time.
Hello.
Yeah, that only takes half a second. And also, I wanted to open the one in Director. All right, so the answer's got to be in here, because you know, basic physics, right? The screen updates at 60 frames a second. We're only doing 30 draws in the transition. Why is it taking even longer? I guess that also means there shouldn't be any delay. It should just be happening. So maybe we should kind of put in a watch for delay millis and see what is slowing us up. Because it should just be super quick. Restart. That is a good question. Can I time how long a frame is taking to draw? I have no idea. There's probably a way of doing it using like just measuring ticks. It may come to that if I get stuck. So I am intending to do this kind of... Well, I'm going to try and do it the dodgy way, which is I'm going to throw a breakpoint on the delay function and see if anything is delaying. It could be... I mean, that could blow up in my face if the screen renderer is delaying, but I gotta step into here. Then we should be able to see this. Come on. You know about G-System. You know about your friend G-System. It's a global. Oh, no, sorry, I'm thinking this is Python. No, you got to actually do it. Got to do it properly. You got to find out where delay millis is. And it's being everywhere because lots of things delay. GUI engines, backends. Let's call it common, of course. Oh no, it's in backends. Because there's one for every single platform and we want the SDL one, which should be under SDL. If only I had a moment to talk about G-System, but we'll see, So, oh wait, no, we're at the right spot. Cheeky, something is calling G delay. Oh, delay millis. 1085. Am I reading that right? Oh no, that's the breakpoint I added. Ignore. Reverse. Okay, 516. But we called it with this, which should be 0. What's the argument? No, we did not. We called it with a thing. That's not what should be going on. So no delays. Delays are banned. And continue. Oh, actually, where are my manners? We need to go. Okay, moment of truth with no delays. What does it look like? That was better. I'm gonna have to get the stopwatch out to check, but that felt better. Wasn't half a second, but it was better. Haha. So, I mean, we can... So let's call that like plus or minus like me screwing up. Or, you know, like delay from hand to placement on here. But that almost looked like half a second. I have one more go. I'm just going to really eyeball it. That felt like half a second. All right, so I think we've sort of solved the problem, but not in a very clean way. But we at least kind of know what is responsible in part. Okay, so yeah, we had our fix up there to change the factor of scaling, and then this delay. I don't like this delay. So 513. Yep, let's play in the transition. I'm guessing this is the big loop that plays back each of the steps. So yeah, then it just kind of comes down to so what is wrong? Is it this line that is wrong? Is it this line that is wrong, or is it this value that is wrong? Because it could be either. And actually, what was the value? What was the value of step duration? I printed it, I'm pretty sure. Oh, 16. 16, so that would have easily added half a second. Yeah, that's a good point. Tell you what, how about we run it again? Like, I'm pretty sure there is a delay in there somewhere. Like, even if it is like somewhere like all the way further up the stack. And I think that might be set by the director engine itself. Like, I think we have like a 10 millisecond delay put in before every frame change. But we should be able to at least see that by putting a break at that place with the name delay millis. Delay millis. How quickly I forget. At wherever the back ends. Actually, start over. Wait for it to just about to happen. Then put in our breakpoint. Huh, all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that despite not actually having a delay, we are hitting VSync. So in the event of VSync happening, the delay is the delay is no longer necessary. So I'm kind of torn. I'm not sure whether or not the right way to solve this issue is just to ditch the delay and assume that the logic, what do you call it? The rendering logic for the transitions is gonna just handle that by virtue of each step being designed for 1/60th of a frame. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this provisionally fixed. I'm going to, maybe off stream, I'm going to test this on a whole bunch more stuff and see what assumptions break. But you know what? Yes, Sharble, I believe VSync is something that ScummVM users can toggle, and it's also not guaranteed. So relying on VSync is typically a bad idea. And and there's also the fact that the numbers that we've generated hold true for 60 frames a second, but if you have a screen that's syncing at 30 frames a second, as far as I'm aware, that just means the transition will be wrong. So I think we will need a delay of some description in there. It just needs the right hammer to smash it with to make it right. So we'll just going behind the scenes a bit here. Let us go. Transitions take forever. Sort of fixed. Okay. Well, we've been streaming for a while, but let's have, I think we'll have like one more go at maybe big number is invisible. So we'll just, because that at least seems like it would make, be fairly obvious as to why it's not working. So we'll just play the old pitch again.
Hello. You know this place. It's big, it's moving, it's never the same. How do you keep up? How do you plug in? Get global. Go CompuServe. Millions of people are already there.
All right. So here's a boy. Here's the thing that don't work right. And okay. So if we have a little scan around in the cast members up here, you'll see that we have cast members for each of the individual numbers in this little kind of countery thing, but we don't have one for the whole number going up. That is because I'm pretty sure this uses a Macromedia director feature called film loops, which is, it's kind of complicated. And unfortunately, you can't really edit a film loop once you've kind of cooked it. So like if I double click, it's a film loop. So short version is, the way that film loops work in Director is you I guess like in a kind of scratch area, you just put together, you animate the thing that you want by hand, then you can kind of drag select all of them and then throw them into the cast box as a cast member, which then effectively means that you can sort of, use that loop of objects as a stamp and they get rendered into the environment here. Now, I've done some work on film loops. Like that's the reason why the clock hands here work. Previously, the clock hands were just like, floating off in outer space because of the weird kind of positioning dealio that they have. But here, they just don't show up at all, which it could be a position problem or it could be something to do with this little guy down here. So Director has a feature which is kind of probably very familiar if you've dabbled in kind of video editing or compositing or anything like that. You don't just have straight blitz. You've got like all of these different ways of copying content to the screen. Like, you can have with a transparency, or you can mask it with something else, or you can add or subtract, and you can do all this stuff here. So if I click on the film loop, we see, they've picked background transparent, which, there should be stuff here which, yeah, like there's plenty of stuff around. Like that film loop uses background transparent and it's fine. But for some reason, this one don't like it. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We don't even know if it is a problem yet. So let's just nick. Okay, so it's cast member number 162. So that should give us a hint as to where we need to break. Where are film loops? Okay, so it's crammed into cast member. Yep. So there's get subchannel. Yeah, get subchannels. That's right. So, yeah, an important distinction. Like part of the reason why you make the film loops by just kind of animating a bunch of stuff by hand and then picking all of the cells in here is because each of those cells in turn could use one of the crazy blending modes. So from a rendering perspective, it's the equivalent of just having another additional it's rendering the equivalent of like 32 channels into one, for instance. Like I'm not sure if there are any hard limits on how many of these channels you can have in a film loop, but you're effectively just rendering 8 objects on top of one another. So you can't do any cool optimizations like, I don't know, pre-blitting or anything. You have to treat it effectively as if they were proper channels. So, and yeah, in Director, there's kind of like a bit of weird back and forth between channels and sprites. And I think sprites are kind of, yeah, I think channels are the abstraction used for the actual kind of column in this here box, like these guys. And sprites are just these individual kind of little, what do you call it? Little packets of information. So, okay, this packet here is saying, okay, we have to use, oh my God, what? I picked the wrong one. Where is the, number loop? There we go. So we can see here that this here is like one sprite definition saying use cast member number 162. And because we've got it repeated a whole bunch in a row, Director takes that as to mean that you want to, progress the animation frame by frame by one. So effectively what we need to break and investigate would be getting the sprites. We want to, because I'm pretty sure that it gets the sprites out of the film loop. Yep, gets the sprites out of the film loop, and then it tells us all about the positions and everything. So we are going to have to put in a breakpoint here on this cast member. If I can remember what the cast member ID, okay, yeah, so via inheritance, it's got cast ID jammed in there somewhere, which should be up here as cast ID. Yes, I remember correctly. So we will go back to our debug session. Actually, we'll just kill it off, start again. This time we're going to break at, not here, here, get subchannels. So cast member 956. Frame rate changes. Oh, wait. Sorry, occasionally I just kind of space out and like forget where I am. In this case, streaming live. Not great. We want to break. Yeah, we definitely want to break there. We're breaking at customer 956. Oh, wait, no. I am mistaken. You know what? Let's break there for now. What I want to do is add in a conditional breakpoint, but I can't remember the name of the field with the cast ID in it. So I'm just going to figure that one out when we get the screen. Okay, cool. Is it this cast ID? That's the guy. So delete original breakpoint and we'll add a watch point instead. If this cast ID equals 162.
Hello. You know this place.
Yep.
It's big.
Come on.
It's moving. It's never the same.
Get to the big thing.
How do you keep up? How do you get global?
Okay. Better. Okay, so now we're in here. I actually want to get a little breakpoint at 988. Okay, that's way too much info. What I actually want is where it at? It's at rel x, sorry, abs x, abs y, and width and height. Huh, all right. So to my eyes, that looks fine. That looks pretty much, we can eyeball it. Oh, we can't eyeball it because the mouse cursor doesn't show up, but that's okay. Abs y, width, height. Yeah, those are roughly the dimensions of those numbers. And yep, they're all in the same y position. So what is going on then? So if that's all good, and it's making the sub channels. Oh, okay. Replace widget. We should probably trace through that. Yeah, so because this is all kind of modeled around how macOS drawing works, every cast member has what's known as a widget, which is basically just kind of the mini, it can either be something interactive like a button, or it could be like a sprite or something to that effect. So, but it could be that like we're doing the right things here, but then the widget is being corrupted in some way. So I think that warrants further investigation. So replace that widget. Oh, unless I mess up. Okay. Yeah. This is brand new, so of course there won't be a widget. Huh. What is this? Okay. Yeah, it's a bitmap. So, okay. And we have a bounding box, which looks like a legit bounding box. And it makes the widget. And the widget has the right dimensions. Like, it's absolutely fine. Yes, and it should try and draw the widget. Yeah, we have no priority. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Why is content is dirty false? This widget's fresh out of the packet. It should be filthy as. Should be absolutely dirty. And it is not. And because it only exists for one frame, we don't see it. Oh, wait, what? No, this is overriding it. This I gotta look into. $78. Okay. So draw does that. Does that mean that we're setting the wrong widget type? I thought that director channel replace widget. That's a bitmap cast. Bitmap cast member create. You there. What else? Yeah. Yeah, it creates it. Okay, it creates a generic widget. Oh, okay. Yep, I get it. My mistake. So this is fine. So Mac widget is just a generic bitmap basically, and draw actually doesn't mean draw to the screen. It means draw to the widget. But given that we've already kind of copied data to the widget, it should be fine. So the draw command doesn't need to do anything. That said, this surface pointer here, give me some of that. Tell me all about this. Actually, give me a fresh one, then tell me all about this. here's the widget. So let's see if there's actually anything in here. Because if it's empty, then, you know, we kind of a shame, really. So, surface pointer, pixels. This is going to kind of stretch my GDB know-how. Orientate. No worries, Shovel. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my god. I think... Yeah, right. So we have things. We have things. There's stuff in the pixels. There's stuff in the pixels. Let's just leave it at that. It's not generic. I cast it as a UN8. What are you getting on me for? All right, nevertheless. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to quickly check. GDB hex dump. You'd think something that is like the second most common command on Earth would be straightforward. This, yes, okay. Okay. X20 XB. Is that... Oh, okay, no. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. And that prints 20. Give us 2000. All right. See, that makes sense to me because, yeah, FF will be the transparent color. So this, yeah, this looks very much like there is something, you know, approaching graphics in here. So it can't be just that it's invisible. Yeah, it can't be invisible. Or it can't be, or sorry. There's something in there. There's something in the widget. So maybe it's just that they're not getting drawn to the screen. All right. Tell me things. We are currently... Okay. So once again, window.cpp is responsible for all of our troubles. Window.cpp. $164. Yep, okay. Getting flashbacks, getting memories of when I wrote this a long time ago. Okay, so we'd get the subchannels, which in turn generates all those widgets, and then it does an input split from for every single subchannel in the list. So we should be able to put in a breakpoint here, like right here, trace one through, and we should see something, anything. Don't need these anymore. Okay, channel. So we have our subchannel. Our subchannel is looking good. It has a width and it has a height and it has a position and everything. It also has a sprite though. What is in the sprite? That sprite. Yes, I know it's a sprite. What's in it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the sprite matches. So, doubly no reason why there should not be something rendered on the screen. Okay, so the very first thing that it does is it tries to do occlusion with bounding boxes. So source rect, yep, that makes sense. And the dist rect is the screen. No, this is the chunk of area that the film strip takes up. This thing here. That makes sense, right? Yeah, so it starts from the left at well, I don't know. Don't know why it starts on the left at 0. Possibly there's something there. Actually, hang on. This destination rect looks a bit sus. Well, left and right is fine. There's no issue there. The real question is... Oh, okay. You know what? It's probably okay. Because 395 is about here. And 93 is going to be about here. So it's... Yes, okay. So there shouldn't be any occlusion. It should just clip it nice and fine. Yep. So the dist rect is fine. So it's... What is blit2 in this? Okay, yeah, it's the surface. Okay. And in the context of what is blit2? Oh, it's the window. It's the window. I'm going to keep this because I'll forget. Source code thing. All right. It's not cast member. It's not Mac widget. Is it graphics? Oh, it's the Mac plot data thing. Okay. Pay attention this time. And so input from... Oh, we're still in input from. Okay, so it's in window.cpp. At 228. Wait, what? Did I scoot past it? if PDMS. Hang on. Hang on. Why did it just scoot past that? It should not have scooted past that. It's doing nothing. Okay, well, we've got ourselves a problem right here. Okay, so there's no, so there's no max shape because it's not a shape. It should be doing this, but it is not. Is there a surface? There is not. How about that? So there's a problem. Okay. So yeah, we'll start from the top. So what really should be happening in here is, so up here in render. So this gets called every time the screen gets drawn. It does a bunch of kind of, management of dirty rectangles because, yeah, it's really slow if you don't kind of filter to just areas that need redrawing. It then takes those dirty rectangles, figures out what sprites intersect with the dirty rectangles, in anticipation of them being the things that need changing. After it does that, it then goes up to here, which basically checks if it has subchannels, which is currently just code for is this a film loop or not. It then iterates through every single subchannel and then just blitz the image. So we've proven that these arguments are fine and this is also fine. Where it is going wrong is further down here in inkblit from. What it does is it generates one of these director plot data. This is effectively quick draw. So yeah, macOS has like a drawing toolkit called Quick Draw, and most of Director is kind of based around that, and they just somehow ported it to Windows 3.1 for the Windows version, but it is effectively just all Mac Quick Draw underneath, which is what's used for like a lot of the blitting and drawing techniques. So we create one of them. We then go down here. Now, first we check if the plot data is a shape. Then we check if it's a surface. Now this should be triggering. This, the output from this dingus here, it should be a surface because it's a bitmap. We're printing bitmaps to the screen. But we can see here it's nothing. So screw up must be happening in here. So we'll go around for another go. Step in. Oh wait, no, I screwed up again. Okay, try again. So get plot data. So destruct is fine. Okay, so we'll step into get plot data, which does a whole bunch of stuff. Ah, I see. Okay, so get surface. This should be the thing, right? Why isn't there a widget? We went to all this trouble to put a put a damn widget in there and there's no widget. That doesn't make sense. Because we watched it. We went into here, into cast member. We saw get subchannels, and it was making widgets. It was just lousy with widgets. Unless something destroyed the widget in the interim, or it's getting the wrong one. Go back to here. Okay. So this should be the channel object, I think. It is. Okay. Should be the channel object, and yet the widget is null. Okay, that doesn't bode well, because that would mean that, so by here, we have no widget. Widget gone. Widget not there. But there's not very many places for the widget to go, really. My thought is that it could be that this here is a bit dodgy. This feels a bit dodgy. Just the fact that so obviously, like, we're creating an object in C++ style, which is to say not as a pointer. Then we push it back to a vector of channels. Then for the thing inside the vector of channels, we do stuff to the widget, but that might not be permanent. But at the same time, this works for other animations. It's literally just this one where it doesn't work, which makes me think that maybe I wasn't paying attention to replace widget, and there is actually a spot where it will create a widget and then immediately kill it. Okay. All right, change of tactics. Let's actually, you know what? No, let's not start again, because if we start again, then we have to watch the entire CompuServe pitch again, and I couldn't take that. I just couldn't. Replace widget. We gotta get a hooks into replace widget again. Where be replace widget? Oh, right. I see. Okay. Good. Channel replace widget. I love how the comma renders, but not everything else. Okay, well, it's gonna hang on a minute. Let's replace in the widget. All right, getting subchannels is now replacing the widget. Let's consolidate this a bit, shall we? Cache memory.cpp. Where was it? It was cast member.cpp 989. All right, so it's happening at the point where we want it to happen. So let's just have a little bit of a look. Okay, there's no widget. So it does some stuff. It then creates the widget, which exists. Now what I'm worried about is that this creates a channel, or creates a copy of the channel, which it then pushes to, rather than the actual one in the list. If it's that, I'd be very sad. I hope it's not that. But there's also another option. We have our channel. We can put in a watch point. Okay, so I think watch this is dodgy. This is dodgy. But hey, might work. Yeah, it's going to replace the widgets. It's going to replace all the widgets. And as thought, it never gets called again. So either my watch point was bad. Is that even still around? Did that get leaked? It's still there, with the damn widget, no less. Where are we now? Oh, okay. Yeah, replace the widget. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's that. I think that this is just being dodgy. This is just being dodgy. An easy way to confirm that it is in fact being dodgy would be to probably I just need to make another line. I'm just not very good at debugging. I just need to make another line for it to hang off of. Sorry, means I have to hear the thing again. Let's run.
Hello.
Oh, that's right. We gotta put in a breakpoint. Otherwise, we'd be in trouble. Let us... be cast member. If that's right. Equals, what was it? 162.
You know this place. It's big, it's moving, it's never the same. How do you keep up? How do you get global? Millions of people are already...
Oh, my breakpoint didn't work. My breakpoint didn't work. Actually, given that we're on the screen, just screw it.
there.
Why aren't you breaking? Oh my god. Alright. I can't count. 991. That'd be why. So... tell me a story about this. It's got a widget. I kind of didn't want it to have a widget, but it has a widget. That's great news. And completely validates nothing. Something must be clobbering that widget. Either that or it's getting copied over itself. Because that, by the time we get to the thing, is 0. Tell me the address. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so watch this. I guess... is that a bigger number? You better believe it's a bigger number, so it is, we're just... There is no concept of reuse in this engine. There is lots and lots of places where we just create and then destroy, hopefully, resources. And this appears to be one of them. That doesn't make... Okay. Okay, so if we return out of here... Okay, we have a vector of subchannels. I made a mistake. Okay, there's only 9. Looks like we gotta start again. Ain't that nice? Okay. If this...
Hello. You know this place. It's big, it's moving, it's never the same. How do you keep up? How do you get global?
Right. Gonna be more careful this time. Subchannels. Subchannels 0. Yeah, okay. Subchannel 0 widget. There's your problem. Okay, how come none of these guys have what? Inside this loop, I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw there were widgets. And now I come down here and I see there are no widgets. Which is it? Which is it, engine? 991. Okay. Has a widget. Still has a widget. Widgets. Widgets as far as the eye can see. Then we get to 993. No, still going. Where did they go? What? is... Okay. Oh, God. All right, I think I know what went wrong. And I hate it. It's so bad. Okay, so notice how kind of our friend here, number 8, has a widget and these ones don't. And also notice here how like the size and the capacity kind of go up, and how originally capacity is 8, but then as soon as we change to 16, then all these widgets get destroyed. Okay, yeah. So what we have here is a case of so the copy constructor for channel doesn't include the widget. Clearly. Which then means that the array gets resized, which then means that all of the channel objects inside it get resized. Or maybe, sorry, they get destroyed and then recreated using the copy constructor. And that means the widget is 0, which then means that there's no graphics, except for the very last item in the list, the apostrophe. That explains every... Okay. Okay. All right, cooking with gas now. We might actually solve a problem for real tonight, here, on this very stream. Okay. This is good. Keep the momentum going. Now, what do we want to look at? We want to look at the copy constructor for channel. Channel, tell me all about the copy constructor. This operator equals, I think that's the copy constructor. I think this, yeah, okay, that's initializing it. Oh, right, okay, yep, I see. So this is set to null pointer for a good reason, because widget is not reference counted. If we copy a widget pointer and the the channel gets destroyed, then we lose the widget. So that makes sense. To my mind, that makes sense. So the way that we can fix this without thinking too much, definitely without thinking too much, would be to go back into, not here, not the channel constructor. Cast member? Was it cast member? Yeah, it was cast member. It wasn't create widget, it was digital film loop cast member. This guy. Yeah, okay. So instead of running replace widget here, where the widgets get clobbered as soon as the subchannel list resizes, we can do it here. We'll also add a comment because it's always nice to kind of know why someone has kind of done a special thing. And it also might help later on if there's another glitch which is caused by having subchannels as a vector. Or I'm pretty sure that the vector kind of remains read-only up to this point, but we'll just say, we'll just go, okay. Has to be done once the list has been constructed. Otherwise, the list grow operation will erase the widgets as they aren't part of the channel. That's good. So now we just got to remember the horrifying syntax for C array things. Common array channel. I think subchannels is a thing. Subchannels is... Why is subchannels not... Subchannels is going to be defined in the stupid header, which should be here, which is common array channel. Okay, I was right. Common array iter. Iter equals subchannels begin okay, iter I think they'll do it. Okay. Making a thing, building a thing.
Hello. You know this place. It's big, it's moving, it's never the same. How do you keep up? How do you get
Yeah, come on.
millions?
Hey, look at that.
Tapped
We've
into
solved a
places.
problem. The frame rate is slow, but
Music to hear.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All that matters is we solved a problem. You know what? I'm feeling good about at least... Well, not that. That I don't feel very good about. This, on the other hand, this gets a commit. Fix film loops with more than 8 cast members. And in addition, big numbers invisible, fixed. Oh my word. Okay. So that feels pretty good. That feels like closure to me. Obviously there's like the tempo commands not handled, which is kind of important, but you know what, for like a 3 and a bit hour stream, I think that's a pretty good strike rate. So yeah, that is just like a little bit of a taster of like the kind of debugging type stuff that goes into making your favorite I guess, engines and emulators, of which ScummVM is one of, clearly. This is just how you make it work. And a lot of games, it is literally just kind of this loop over and over again. Just you find a thing which doesn't quite fit, you trace through to see exactly what's going wrong, and you put in a patch. So yeah, thank you everyone again for joining the stream, having a little bit of a peek. Sorry that the whole mess just kind of like crashed into the ocean halfway through. That is where I intend to throw this Logitech stream cam for stabbing me in the back at a moment of need. How could you, Logitech? How could you? But yes, we'll be back soon, hopefully with a more stable streaming rig. But yes, I believe now is probably time to head off, because I can feel my stomach lining eating itself, because I don't think I had tea yet. I should go have tea. Tea is probably a good idea. Anyway, take care of yourselves, everybody. I will see you next time round. Goodbye.